Do you explode onto people that you love, like only to feel super bad about it later? Um, are you what some people would call reactive? So I can attest to this because I know for sure that I have a tendency to be emotionally reactive. And let's just say maybe it's in my genes and probably ties in there with some of the generational curses, right, that I've been dealing with over the years. So, what is emotionally reactive? Well, it's like when we react to a situation without first thinking about it or feeling for sure about anything that we're doing, thinking about our consequences, maybe misunderstandings, negative aftermath, any of this stuff. We don't think, right? Basically, it's just not thinking, reacting strictly on your emotions and what you're feeling at that present time. Taking the wheel, your emotions take the wheel, right? It's quite an impulsive thing, and impulsivity is another thing that I know a little bit about. So I have learned over the years how not to be emotionally reactive. And after you get good at this, you'll be like, oh, I'm so proud of myself. So I want to teach you guys some ways to be less emotionally reactive. So my favorite thing to do is deep breathing for this. Okay, so practice deep breathing because this will help you to not react. Okay, next time someone's BS comes at you, and you know they're going to, you will not react. Okay, so you remember the song, I guess it's from like the early 2000s maybe, Just Breathe, right? She sings it. I love that song, but there's like so much to it, but breathing is the way to go. Okay, so often when we like go off the handle on our emotions, it's because we have kind of stopped breathing. We get into those like short and in and out, like fast paced breathing, right? And that's just not good for you, right? So deep breathing, that's the next time someone pushes your reaction button, take a big deep breath in for like 8 to 10 seconds, and then like hold it for like a few seconds, and then let out a big long sigh out, exhale, right? And I bet you'll decide on a much better response than a reaction, because that's what you want. Because no matter what, you look weak when you do that, when you react, and then you give people what they want. So we want to work on being strong. We don't want to be emotionally reactive. So next you want to work on positive self-talk. Okay, this goes along with self-love too. So positive self-talk, positive self-love, all this stuff goes hand in hand, and I cannot stress this enough. And it's because self-care is the answer. You will stop being so emotionally reactive when you start loving yourself and giving yourself the self-love and self-care that you really need. And then it's because you know that you deserve better. So you learn to develop a self-care routine and you practice self-love. And then the next time you're pushed, you're not going to react like you used to, because you know you deserve better than that kind of stuff. Okay, so then next you want to practice mindfulness, okay? So maybe like a big part of not reacting is being in the present and living in the present. Being in the present is so important for us to do that, and you're much less likely to lash out when you do this. So it's a good idea to practice mindfulness, okay? So like look at some things that you can see or touch or taste and slowly start thinking about them, right? Instead of reacting to the stuff they bring to you. Stare at the birds in the sky and be like, oh, I see like 5 birds. I smell French fries from the restaurant next door, you know. And literally all these things, you'll think about it and you will not react. It's just stay mindful. Remember, they want you to react, so do not give them what they want, you know. Reacting with emotions never turns out well. And it does, like I said, let's be real, it makes you look weak. So you've got to learn relaxation techniques too. Okay, some stuff that you can do like on demand. I like to do the muscle tension stuff, but I can't think of the name of it. But like I tighten my fists up real tight, and then I hold them for a few seconds, and then I let loose. Right? I know it's called something. I just can't think of it right now. So you can be in like a room full of people and do this. You know, so maybe when you can also like tense your arms and your shoulders, like, you know, and let go. Like you do this kind of stuff in yoga. They're in qigong and stuff. There's reasons behind it. So tension up your muscles, and if you want to clench a certain area and then let loose a few times, you'll also be able to become more present and focused and less likely to react. And you can learn more about that in qigong. I'm not going to go into that here. Okay, so but Alicia, what if I'm in a relationship with someone I really love? Can we do this stuff too? Yes. And let me say that you need like a code word, right? Like a safe word, right? But only if things are kind of heating up and not in a good way. you guys could say something like, oh, garage door, right? And that signals to your partner that maybe we need to chill out before we lash out at each other and take a walk outside, go into nature, get barefooted on the ground, hug a tree, and maybe, here's one, give each other a big old hug, right? Because hugging releases the happy dopamine chemicals in the body. And after a big old long tight hug, you guys will calm down and it'll make it much, much less easier to react emotionally because you've already chilled out, right? Look at kids. They will run and hug you, right? When they see you getting upset. Oh, mommy, I need a hug, and they do that because they're smart enough and intuitive enough to feel, I'm going to hug her and chill her out so she doesn't get mad at me. Kids learn these things. And well, they actually are born with the innate knowledge of this kind of stuff because, before they get programmed in the world. So my suggestion is get on YouTube or other places like Rumble and stuff. Find some good guided meditations or binaural beats and meditate. And you can start a daily ritual in the morning. My morning routine is, and it varies, right? It can be yoga, qigong, mindfulness, deep breathing, meditation, all kinds of stuff. But my morning routine is what keeps me from lashing out at the world. Without my morning routine, I would not be in as much control over myself and my emotions as I am. So any kind exercise, anything that you can do in the morning and do it repeatedly. So where you wake up and you look forward to it. You're like, I got coffee, I got a 20-minute exercise. I'm going to be focused before I even open up my door and talk to anybody. Before I look at a phone, before I do anything, I'm going to do my morning routine. And it will really help you to not be so emotionally reactive in the world. And you can make it your own, right? Clench your fists, like I said, and squeeze, stuff, areas. And, just don't give them the satisfaction that they're looking for, right? Okay, have a good week.